Yo, what's up, everyone? GG to those in America, or GM to those in Australia. We are back with another show, GC Crypto TV. We are back. Of course, it is me on my lonesome greenie still traveling, so I'm running the show. Apologies for being away yesterday and a bit of the man flu, well, coming out of it now, but starting to feel a little bit better energy-wise. And I am back. And obviously, guys, I guess the big news at the moment is the big, I guess you could call it the big market dump, if you want to call it. Bitcoin pulled back a little bit, which we'll chat about shortly. Last but not least, guys, I just want to give a massive shout out to our channel sponsor, OKX Australia. Guys, if you are new or old to crypto trading, especially spot trading, go and check them out. I have posted the link in the description. They are giving away $75 of Bitcoin if you go over there and do a bit of trading volume. So go and check them out, guys. Super easy to use platform, super secure, hasn't been hacked. Hopefully I don't jinx them. But yeah, great company, great bunch of people. Also giving away, like I said, $70 worth of Bitcoin. I'm just going to pop that link in the description again for you guys, and then we can kind of get on with the show. Hope everyone's okay on this little dippy dip. Thanks for pulling up today to hear what we've got to say, guys. We'll have a look at it in a second. Also, secondly, shout out to Yeet, our second channel partner for GC Crypto TV. Big shout out to Mando. And OSF, guys, once again, giving away $1,000 at the end of the week. So make sure to follow the links we've got on our GC Crypto TV page. And you can go in the draw to win that. Go over there, have a bit of a punt, etc. Obviously, with gambling, make sure you do it responsibly and only put on there what you can afford to lose. Very different to investing, guys. Anyway, guys, thanks for pulling up. I just want to say hello to everyone. Hello on Abstract. Hello, Expander. GM over there. Probably a bit sleepy over at Abstract at the moment with everything pulling back. Hello on X, we are live. Hello on YouTube, we're live there. And also hello on Kick, we are live there. What's up? So, guys, yeah, what can I say? Start the show. GM Jeep, GM Bon also, what's up? Thanks for pulling up, guys. Happy Monday to you guys in America. And it is Tuesday here on the Gold Coast in Australia. It's looking nice and sunny today. So might be able to get outside with the dog, take him for a walk and get some fresh air today, which will be good after being a little bit sick. But guys, let's take a look. We've got quite a lot to talk about since I wasn't on yesterday. But I guess the big news is Bitcoin kind of pulling back, guys. So let's go check that bad boy out. This is probably what got everyone's knickers in a bit of a twisties today. Obviously, we had a bit of a pullback. Not the nicest to see. That wouldn't have made too many people feel too good. So I'm just trying to adjust the size of something, guys. Where's my big bloody head? Let me make that a bit bigger so I'm not such a fucking dwarf on this fucking screen. It's a bit ridiculous. Oh, probably about there. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, guys, so here's the Bitcoin pullback. Here's a bit of a diagram I put up on X yesterday, just a bit of a treasure map of what I thought we might see unfold. Obviously not financial advice, guys. This is just a couple of things I'm looking at. Obviously, with investing, one of the main things I'd like to say about it is we always work with probabilities. So there's nothing certain. Anyone who's saying they know which way the markets are going is a liar. But you can certainly look for clues. You can look for data points and that sort of thing, and try and weigh the possibilities in your favor. So that's what we're trying to do here today. Make sure we're on the side of the higher probability and then put our bets on, and the rest is up to God. So here we go. So this is Bitcoin, guys. Cheers to all you guys watching. We've got a coffee today. It's not Irish. but it's not too bad. All right. So Bitcoin, obviously, guys, I'll bring this up a bit bigger. We had a bit of a wee breakdown. Guys doing his lawn at the moment. Hopefully you guys don't hear that. So obviously we broke down from 116. Well, the key level was staying above the 117,000 here, that fib level there, guys. Pretty important to have stayed behind that. That's obviously the swing high to the swing low in the fib retracement tool. Pretty important level is also the 50%, which is about 15,000. So we did break above momentarily. The 117,000 failed to hold above it. Might put this on the daily. It might give us a bit of a better picture. So we broke above the 117,000 obviously here for one day, one solitary day. Both big rejection obviously of the 107,000, which is acting as pretty strong support at the moment. That was back in start of September. So start of September, we started to rally, saw it go to 117,000, which is a pretty critical level as per fib levels. Failed to close above it on the daily, broke back down, broke below 117,000, tried it. We actually retested, failed to break above it again, broke all the way down to the fib level below at 115,000, closed above it. Second day, bang, broke below it, tried to break above it, and then failed. And that failed break above is why we saw this sort of domino cascading effect breaking down. Obviously broke almost all the way down to the 111,000 support, just shy of it. Next major level of support is 107,000. So we're sort of waiting to see now, guys, if we hold above that 111. Failing that, we're probably going to see 107,000, which is actually the level we broke out from back in July 25. So quite a while ago. So back in July is where we sort of broke out from this level. So might be coming down to retest that support zone. We'll see in the coming weeks and months. But this is something I drew here, guys, just for a bit of an example. So I'll take you guys on a bit of for those who are maybe newer to Bitcoin or haven't looked at the chart in this sort of fashion, obviously this is a zoomed out macro view, macro meaning a bigger view, micro meaning zoomed in. So obviously we're macro now. Guys, the reason why you sort of look at a macro chart on the monthly or the weekly is to see the bigger picture. So we're looking for trends, right? We're looking for if the trend's going up or the trend's going down. Now, obviously, since about January 23, the trend's been up. The trend's been our friend, right? So it's been on the way up all the way from back in Jan 23. So for those who are wondering when the bull run started, probably around here, guys, probably around here because it actually hasn't gone lower since then. So yeah, that's when the bull run kind of kicked off. Anyway, so looking here, I just want to give you guys a little bit of a history lesson. So there are times when patience is required. Unfortunately, this may be one of those times, and unfortunately, again, most humans don't, or they lack the discipline of patience. That's why most people don't survive in these markets, because patience equals profits, as Greenie and I always preach. So basically, let the market come to us. So let's check this out. So what I'm trying to explain here, guys, is that sometimes we just have to let accumulation occur. It could be distribution. That would suggest we're on our way down. I think this is accumulation. I think we will see higher, but I think we might have to weather a bit of a chop to the side, which Greenie and I have been speaking about, since we sort of failed to break above 123 here back in August, and we said we might cop a bit of chop here, which we are now doing now. So we've been a bit of a range here. What I wanted to take you through is a walk down memory lane. Back in March 24, guys, well, it was more like, yeah, there we go, March 11th. We hit the top of this range, and we actually went sideways from March into November. So for those who are new to the game, imagine this, pinballing up and down here for excess of 6 months. Absolutely brutal, guys. Everyone was like, it's on, it's over, it's on, it's over. Oh, it's here we go, it's over. Boof. Few taps to the bottom. I was buying the bottom of this range like an absolute psychopath, and then bang, finally broke out of the range, bang up here, same thing again. Tap the top, what was that, Jan 25, broke all the way down to April, had to wait all the way to mid-April, so what's that, 2 months, 2.5 months, then we had the breakout. Consolidation again, breakout, consolidation again. So hopefully you guys can see a wee pattern here that we tend to break up, consolidate sideways, slight pullbacks, and then do it again, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. The other thing I want you guys to notice here is the amount of time we're in these consolidation or sideways chop periods seem to be getting shorter. So here we had about 6 months. Here we had about two. We had about that to April, so January, February, March, April. We had about 4 months there. So we had 6 months, 3 to 4 months. What was this? This consolidation period was May to July. So about 2-3 months of this consolidation period, a little bit shorter. So each time these periods are getting shorter and shorter and tighter. So the consolidation periods, guys, I guess what I'm trying to say in a long-winded fashion, I'll wrap this up now, is that we're getting to that point of the cycle where I think the pullbacks are smaller, the consolidation periods are smaller as well. So something like a 10 to 20% pullback might be considered a pretty good buy opportunity, especially I think 20%. 10% might be a bit shallow, but I think as we come to the end of this bull run, what it looks like here data-wise, the pullbacks are getting smaller and the consolidation periods are getting shorter in time. So this might be a fairly short consolidation period, guys. I don't think this will necessarily be too long. And lots of us are expecting a good Q4, which historically is what happens in a bull run. So I don't think this consolidation period here will be particularly long. In saying that, the way the cycle's gone, it could be extended as well. It could be shortened because Bitcoin kind of front ran the halving. We saw an all-time high prior to halving. So the cycle is slightly out of whack. And there are some people now suggesting we may see the bull run go deeper into 26. So maybe we might see alts and memes pump all the way through Q1, Q2 of next year. So, or maybe even Bitcoin. I'm still thinking Bitcoin could be looking pretty good in Q4. But what I'm saying here, guys, is we have to keep our options open and we have to be open to letting the chart speak to us and tell us what the move is. We're not the boss here, guys. TA, the charts, Bitcoin, price movement is the boss. So we have to just accept we're not God in this situation. Like the tides of the ocean, we're going to go up, we're going to go down. And what the aim is for us is to look out to the swell, look for that big wave and fucking nail it. When that big wave comes, we catch it, we get a great surf, we get a 10 out of 10, Kelly Slater, we win the race. We go home with the girl and we take the profits away. So that's what we're looking for here. So we're looking to get in position, catch the wave all the way up, boom, 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 and then win. So what I see happening here, guys, we might see a pullback down to 107,000, retest that support, get the fuel we need, jet back up to the 50, not the 50%, actually the 117,000, which act as pretty strong resistance / support, probably retested, break down to the 50%, which historically is a good support zone. Hopefully bounce at that 50% level, retest it, and then gigger off to the races. So typically, the end of the bull run, guys, is the hardest and fastest pump. So we should, hopefully, if history is to repeat, see a very fast and hard pump, as I've drawn here up to the 2.618, which is about 150K Bitcoin. I know there's a lot of people saying we're going to go a lot higher than that. I'm a little bit more on the conservative side. One of the main reasons is when I got into crypto, I've been in crypto since 21 full time. So I've been in it 4 going on 5 years. One thing I learned from the bull run in 21 is people love round numbers. So 100K was the magic number back then. And of course, we had 69,000. Shout out to the 69,000. The universe has a good sense of humor, doesn't it? But what I'm saying is the market front ran those thoughts and we didn't get anywhere near the 100K. So when people are screaming to me 150K, 200, I start to think, shit, maybe 130, 137, 133 is the all-time highs. Maybe. So be aware of that, guys. When people on the timeline are screaming things like this will never go down, this time's different, cash is trash, why aren't you all in? All that stuff is pretty toppy signal-wise. Once you've got Paris Hilton, Schilling, Bored Apes on wherever it was, Saturday Night Live, Jimmy Fallon, whichever one of those weirdos, you're near the top. You've got Drake, Schilling, the Bitcoin book, I can't remember what it was. I should know that, but I can't remember. Anyway, Drake talking about Bitcoin. That was a local high. So be aware of that, guys. Anytime you get celebrities coming, that is a top signal. It doesn't mean it's the end, but it's getting to the end. So, guys, that's Bitcoin in a nutshell. Long story short, might see lower. Might actually, the low might be in, guys. We did we're pretty close to tapping the 111,000. So maybe that was it. Maybe that was the pullback we've been waiting for. Maybe we can spring off this level here. Be aware that as I was saying, there's pretty decent support that may want to be retested at 107,000. I would not be alarmed or surprised to see that tested. So keep that in mind. So if we do see a little bit lower, we're still in a, what could I call it, macro bull structure. We're still in a bullish structure, guys. So until this breaks structure, which is a fair bit lower, we have to assume for now the show goes on. So the data is saying the show goes on. So we don't go with feelings here. We go data, guys. So something to keep aware of. Right. I'm just going to catch up with the chat now. All right. What do we got? Who we got? Tiao's you. Hopefully I said that right. What's up? Man like Coinpurse. Sup. Ezra Arn. Hopefully short dip before the run. Yeah, I think this is the short dip now. I was getting ready for this dip. I know that's everyone sort of says that, don't they? But I was waiting for, just as I mentioned last week with Greenie, I was by myself the week before with Greenie and the month before that with Greenie, when Greenie was like, oh, what are you buying, Craig? And it was sort of around this region here. I was like, man, I'm not really buying anything just because we were too much in the middle of fib levels and I wasn't comfortable. Now that we're looking like we want to come and test the bottom of this range here, now I become excited for buys, guys. So you'll sort of see my mentality change versus other people on the timeline. A lot of other people on the timeline now are probably pretty bearish. You may see them say things like, oh, maybe that's the top, the bull run's over, stuff like that. During times like this, when dips come on, emotions come out, people that are overinvested or maybe perhaps quite green to the markets tend to freak out a bit. Be aware, people in the timeline tend to know F all, guys. So I would not take your advice from too many people on the timeline. The reason why some people make a lot of money in the markets and most make none is because because most are wrong most of the time and the few are right most of the time, but you won't hear them on the timeline because they'll be drowned out by the 1,000 other people saying we're going lower. So guys, be careful about that. Be careful who you trust. Not saying trust me, but make sure you do your own diligence, check your own data points, even double check what I say, take what I say with a grain of salt and go and double check everything. That's what I do. Don't trust anyone except your mother and God. All right, I digress. So that's Bitcoin. So obviously a bit of a pullback. Like I said, we could see lower. I do expect higher Q4, Q1 next year. So there's some pretty good discounts, guys. God, I can't talk today. I actually copped. It's a bummer Greenie's not on the show because he's been pestering me for weeks what I'm buying, and I finally got into a buying mood. That's what I was talking about, guys. Psychology. Sorry, I digress. I was going to go back to this. Very important thing I wanted to bring up is this, guys. We're in fear. We're in fear now. So we were neutral last week and we're greed last month. So can you imagine that we're in greed last month? We dropped about 10% and now we're in fear. This is typically a pretty good indication of a market sentiment reset, guys. So what we like to see typically at bottoms, we're going to see fear or extreme fear. And at tops, we're going to see greed or probably extreme greed. So tops aren't normally marked by neutrals. They're not marked by fear typically, but bottoms typically are marked by fear or extreme fear. So we're sort of waiting to see, I'm sort of waiting to see if we can get to extreme fear. 107,000, I think, would trigger that. So even 111,000, if we break back to that, if we retest that, I think we'll see some extreme fear come in. That for me could mark a bottom. Another data point I tend to look at to mark bottoms is, let me bring it up if I can find it, is, I'll share this with you guys as well. If you guys can see this, yeah, that's good to go, is the long and short ratio, guys. So a healthy market wants to stay in homeostasis. So basically wants to be about 50%, 50%. That's what a market likes. It likes to be in balance, kind of like the force, right? You can't have the light side without the dark side, vice versa, yin and yang. Same with longs and shorts. You want to see them pretty even at the moment, guys, because there's so much fear in the market. Shorts have taken a pretty big lead, almost upwards of about 5%. When you see 5% or more differentials between long and shorts, you can see pretty big snapbacks. What I mean by that is because the market now is heavily shorting, you can see liquidations occur, people fuck up their stop losses, and we could get the fuel we need to actually send from here, guys. So if we hit 111,000 or 107,000, we may see some fireworks happen. We might see a pretty strong rejection. So that's what we're looking for. So I'm waiting to see when the market will snap back here and try and get some equilibrium going. So be aware of that. So that's something I like to check out. That's a little bit out of whack there, which would suggest we could see the market rally or snap back up a little bit. And that's also what the fear and greed suggests. We are getting close to the bottom. Another thing I wanted to bring up, guys, was liquidations. Now, yesterday, massive amounts of liquidations. I'm wondering how, here we go, bang. Look at that, guys. That is a humongous amount of liquidations, guys. That is huge. This goes all the way back to March. I wonder if I can pull it back date-wise further than that. Damn, don't know if I can. Just double check this coming up on your screen. Anywho, so a couple of things I look at to mark bottoms. This doesn't always work, but it's sometimes the best clues we've got for bottoms other than feelings, guys. So massive amounts of liquidations against long here. What's a $1.6 billion worth of liquidations? Absolutely humongous, but it is something you're looking at. You want to see $1 billion worth of liquidations or more to mark bottoms or tops. So when you see this sort of number, where shorts get wrecked, start to think about taking some profits, guys, but vice versa here. The good news is if you see this many longs wrecked, like look at that fucking spike. That's humongous. That typically can mark a bottom, especially volume spikes like that. Like that is absolutely ridiculous, guys. So the signs are pointing to bottoms here. We've got fear and greed at fear. We've got the long and short ratio about 5% out of whack, and we've got $1.6 billion of long liquidations. So that's looking like a bottom is forming to me. Obviously, we need to keep our eyes on the chart, but that hopefully those sets of data, guys, that stuff you can go away and check yourself and not rely on me. And you can obviously check that daily. And I've now given you the places to go for the fear and greed. You can go to alternative.me for fear and greed. You could go to coinglass.com. I'll post this in the chat, guys, to get the liquidation levels and the long and short ratio. Really handy, guys. So this is stuff you guys can bookmark. I tend to bookmark this when we have big rallies or big dumps. I go and check these things. I'll get the fear and greed link for you guys as well. And I'll just go and check those data points. Because obviously if you go and check the timeline out, guys, it's, obviously I can get emotional on the timeline with my money going down. My port's down, guys, doesn't feel good. I'm not invincible to it. My abstract port's down now over 50%. It's like fucking 55%. So I'm down, guys. I'm down. So obviously my emotions go too. So one of the things I do to steady myself, so I say, right, Greg, it feels shitty. Right, but it's like the tides of the ocean or like the moon or the sun. They go up and down, and they're going to do that for all of time. So the only thing I can do in the market other than do my research is control my emotions. I can't control the market. What I can control, though, is how I react to it. And that's a bit of life advice there, guys. You can't control how other people treat you, but you can certainly control how you react to how people treat you. So once you find that out, guys, and figure out how to control your emotions, I'm still working on it. Makes life a bit more peaceful. So shout out to those on X. I'll just have a drink of water. A lot of talking here without the big dog Greenie. We've got 30-something watching on GC Crypto. Shout out to you guys. Over 100 watching me on X. We've got some people on Kick. We've got some people on Abstract. What's up, Abstract? We've got 80 you mad dogs on there. What's up, show? I'm surprised Rizuka isn't on there. That must be the first time. Rizuka, you're all right, man. You're all right. Hopefully everything's all right. What's up to you, show? Guys, all right, let's continue this chat. So that is the liquidation levels and a few data points I tend to look at in the market. Let me just check my notes here, guys, what else I've got to discuss, because there's a shitload to go through, man. Going to get myself all out of breath here talking about it. All right, so the other big thing I'm seeing is apparently news is coming on Tuesday in America for Bitcoin. Now, I don't know if this is a big rumor. I've seen some pretty big accounts. I'll bring her up, friend of the show, Wendy O. I'm going to bring up her tweet, actually. Where are we? Sorry, guys, one sec. So I've seen a lot of big accounts shilling this. Now, I don't know if this is just a thunderclap marketing effort where all the big coals get around and start saying there's going to be a big announcement for Bitcoin. Bitcoin, here we go. If you guys can see that, yeah, cool, you can. Sorry, I've got a lot of windows open, you guys. This is absolute chaos. I need two screens. Obviously, Wendy O here speaking. She started speaking about this last week. That we're going to have this big news coming on Tuesday. I've seen a few Other accounts starting to talk about it, quite large accounts. So it makes me think something possibly is coming. These big accounts, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what's coming. So anyway, Wendio, the Bitcoin Tuesday news goes live tomorrow, 7:15 a.m. PT. I don't know when that is my time. I have to check. Oh, there, that's my time, 12:15 a.m. Okay, my time at night. Perfect. Just when I'm going to sleep, hey, guys, so you can fucking dump on me. Jackpot. Anyway, so obviously big announcement. People are talking about, no, guys, be careful here. I don't know if there's a big announcement coming. Anyway, after this, people started shilling big news coming. The market fucking dumped. Isn't that quite funny? So take that with a grain of salt, guys. I don't know if there's big news coming, but the fact some big accounts are still saying it, man, I don't know. Maybe there is some big news coming, but oh yeah, there's the big fella. Anyway, enough about that. Maybe there's some big news coming. I don't know. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at some other charts, guys. So we obviously had a pretty big pullback on pump for those who are in. So here we are at the moment. We're testing the 50% level. Obviously, as Greeny and I have spoken about, typically pretty strong support / resistance. Obviously, it's acting as support currently. I've gone the daily just to see if we're starting to break below there. We will have our daily close in about half an hour, guys. But as you can see, I closed my position when we broke below this fib level here. So I took profits all the way up. I took profits at 0.008. So that was a 3 and a bit X for me from pre-sale. And then I closed out the last of my trade. It was here still at a 3X. So nice trade for me. I'm fully out at 3X. And I'm waiting to rebuy in, you mad dogs. So I've been waiting to buy at this 50% level, or if God blesses me enough, down at the level below. So I'm waiting to see whether this holds. I still think that's probably not a bad buy spot there at the 50%, but I'm just waiting to see whether we do break below. But I might actually take a bite at the apple here, guys. I do like this pump chart for a buyback. So I'm still pretty bullish on this. I think the streamers are going to continue to stream. I think they'll continue to shill pump. I think Elon will continue to do buybacks. Regardless of what you think about buybacks, guys, it does pump the chart in the short term. A few people took on abstract. Be Epic, what's up? What's up? Crypto Raro, what's up? Thanks for pulling up. Bought some big today. Mate, I'm good. I'm feeling a bit better. Be big. I'm feeling a wee bit better. So that is a good thing. Let's go check out. We're just checking out some altcoin charts. MOG, so pump, we are down 14%. MOG's down a shitload. This chart just does not like me, man. It's just continues to break below fib levels. We're in the golden pocket here, the 886 or the 786. 886 would probably be a decent buy, but this chart just gets hammered, man. So much weight on this thing. I'm a big fan of MOG, but the chart, I'm not a fan of the chart. I'm a fan of MOG, but not the chart. So we'll just move on from there for now. If you've got nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all, I guess. Cato, for those who are in it, I'll quickly bring this up since it's on my bull run 24. I wasn't expecting to go this deep into 25. Obviously, a lot of overhead resistance. Also breaking down here, guys. Pingu, that's what I got into yesterday. So here's my chart. Here's the breakout coming down and retesting this support level, which did act as resistance. If we break below here, guys, that's probably not the greatest sign. If we do break below this fib level here, we're probably going into a bit of accumulation or distribution phase, and we'll probably have to hold our coins a wee bit longer, just in this consolidation phase, probably somewhere down here. If we do hold here and sort of cook in this range, probably pretty soon we see higher. So if we break below here, we're probably waiting to see higher deep into Q4. If we hold above here, we're probably going to see a fresh all-time high sooner in Q4. So really, for me, these charts are telling me whether we see a fresh all-time high sooner rather than later, not if, but when. If Bitcoin shits the bed, though, and breaks way below macro bullish structure, then we can start to say maybe it won't happen. But until that time, the thesis is we're in a macro bull run, guys. We go higher. So that is Pingu, one of the ones I did put out for one of my ultra meme coins I'm watching. So my big list is Pump I'm watching at the moment, Pingu. The next one's the old boy, Doge. I reckon we could still see this bad boy run, guys. It is the boomer coin. Shout out to the boomers. I'm not far behind you, but I'm not a boomer yet. Well, I can't be, I suppose, but we did see a pretty big breakdown here, so not ideal, but I wouldn't mind a cheeky little buy here at the 786. That's the swing high to swing low. I am interested in this. I think this could go higher. We're talking, I did see Elon, was it Elon that put out a tweet about they're still continuing with crypto integration into X. A few people are theorizing maybe we see Doge integration to X with payments. Now, if they do that, guys, and you can tip on X, and Doge is one of the assets you can use, or e.g., X will act as a wallet where you can send assets like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Doge, and that sort of thing. You could see Doge Giga Rally, guys. That will be a pretty massive moment for a meme coin to get on there. So, yeah, I'm not going to write Elon off. I know he's a fan. It's not always the best thing to buy memes because of someone. It is a bit of a liability, but if it's getting X integration, I'm not fading that. So I did cop a bit of that. Pepe, I did tweet out that I was copying a bit of that. As I said last week and the week before on the channel, we are in this little wedge here, bouncing around. I did say we could pinball in here a bit longer, guys, so be aware we did break below the fib there. So we are in what I'd consider the discounted zone, I guess you could call it, this area we're in, wedge, whatever you want to call it. So like I said last time, hopefully we'd pinball in the stronger part of the zone. We haven't. We've broken below. That's okay. I think we'll continue to pinball up in here. It's going to get tighter. And we may see a breakout around November, guys. Obviously, take that with a grain of salt. Times can change. Anything can change. If Bitcoin Giga pumps from here, so we get to October and Bitcoin Giga pumps pull back and dominance breaks down, this will pump before we hit the end of the wedge. So I'm just looking for probabilities and clues, not for concrete information. But I still see this pinballing around it, and then I think we'll see a breakout to hopefully the fresh highs, guys. I'm thinking we could see fresh highs. I don't think Pepe's out of the picture. I don't mind this chart. It's not the best chart, but it's not bad, guys. It's actually, I think that's a good buy. What else am I looking at? Bring up hype. This I am pretty keen on. I've been waiting to get into hype. We obviously hit all-time high, just shy of $60. We broke down just shy of it, actually 59.55. Say, broke back down to 47. I might just recalibrate these fibs, guys. That's not going to work. That's probably not the right way to do it either. But yeah, I'm looking for it to retest down here, guys. So probably about the $39, $40 mark. I don't know if we will go that low. Maybe. But I'm a buyer somewhere. I mean, this is probably not a bad buy zone, but I personally, since it went on such a big rally, I wouldn't mind seeing lower. But that's just a coward in me speaking, guys. So maybe not a terrible buy zone. Hopefully this chart isn't too small for you guys. I'll just go back to the chat quickly. What's up in the chat? Any update on Pengu? I hopefully you just saw that. I just went over Pengu. Just replays on GC Crypto TV. If you want to go see that replay, guys. Shimmers, what's up to you, my bro? GTG member. Guys, if you do want to get behind a community, call a community that I'm involved with, Greenie and I run, or Greenie owns and I take part in. I'll just share it now. It is a core group, but lots of information, education, and even entertainment, I suppose, in there. I'm just going to post this for you now, guys. You guys are welcome to join. Come check it out for a week. If you love it, stay. If you don't, leave. Lots of great calls in there. We've been eating on futures in there, not myself personally, but a few others that do it. I tend to work with spot, and I tend to do very well. Obviously, on dips, this isn't the time I shine. This is the time that the futures people shine on shorts. They've been killing it. Shows the power of being able to short the market, guys, because you can make money even when it goes down. So something to keep in mind. So hype is something I'm watching. Probably not a bad bet here, but I'm waiting for a little bit lower because I'm a bit greedier. Sui is another one I gave a shout out to that I've been watching. Obviously, we broke down, but we're still holding above this fib level. I think, let's go to the weekly to give us a better view of this from a macro perspective. I think we see higher on this bad boy, man. I quite like this chart. I am looking to buy in. I don't have any at the moment. But I wouldn't mind a bite here, probably around here, or if we break down to about the $2.73 marks, probably a really good buy. So waiting there. Solana on a wee dippy dip as well. Chart's not bad. We did go on a pretty good run. This could be the failed rally we were worried about. We were talking about seeing a new all-time high this bull run. Obviously, we've attempted that, failed. Obviously, it's more due to Bitcoin breaking down, so do be aware of that. It's not necessarily a failure of Solana's chart at all. Everything's giga down. So Solana's down 6%, meanwhile, Pump's down 14%. So it's not like it's doom and gloom for Solana, but just be aware that sometimes failed rallies like this can lead to failing for all-time highs. But I still think we see higher on this, guys. So maybe forget what I just said. Where would I be a buyer of Sol? I'm kind of more seller of Sol because I've got a whole bunch of Solana that I've still got for Memecoin season in 23, 24. So I've got a few bags of it. So where would I be a buyer? Probably about $183. I wouldn't mind a buy there for a quick flip, maybe 50% flip or something like that. All right, let's go and check out a few more. Ethereum obviously has taken a bit of a dippy dip. Here we see obviously what I was talking about a few weeks ago. We've got the triple top, hopefully a quad top, another tap here for the fourth time when we break through. Obviously, I'm hoping each time we tap this top, the ice gets thinner and we can finally break through. Hopefully we don't tap this and break below. If we broke below this and hit it in here, Jesus Christ, our Ethereum-based assets probably won't love that. But I'm still pretty bullish on ETH, guys. I think this goes higher. This and Solana probably still look like pretty decent bets, and that's one of the reasons why I have NFTs on Ethereum. I think this chain still does pretty well for the rest of the bull run. Right, that's pretty much most of these I like. AVAX, we're still watching this. Obviously, it had a nice breakout above resistance here. I do wonder whether we come and retest support down here and springboard off, or if we can break above this fib, guys. Pretty important level. How good are fibs? Tap the fib level there. I'm going to make this a bit bigger for you guys. Tap the fib, broke below. And then came back and sort of retested the $30 mark and then sprung quite strongly back up, as you can see by that wick. So not the weak, no, quite a strong rejection actually. So it probably looks right. This looks like it's set for higher, guys. But I do want to see us come down and retest support a little bit lower before I buy in. So a little bit of patience is required there. GM TIG, what's up? What's up, show? Infinite Volt doing a great job, Craig. Thoughts on Big with merge mining around the corner? Yeah, we'll get into the more degen area of the market now, guys. Let's do that, eh? What is it? Deck screener. If it works for me today. Watch this. Sorry, guys, if you heard like a fart sound, that's my leather chair moving around. Quite humorous. Here we go. The more degen area of the market. Obviously, abstract memes. Ugh, breaking my balls, guys. You guys are killing me. Absolutely killing me. I'm still holding. Obviously, I want to earn XP to get into platinum. But my God, you guys are dumping on my head. You dirty rats, man. All right, let's talk Big. One of you guys want to look at Big? Did I get it off my chart out of, when I sold? Yeah, maybe I did. Let's see if this will search. I don't always get love with this. Oh, it's going to let me today. You fucking beauty. All right, let's get Big. I'm guessing this is dumped. Yep. All right, here we go, guys. Big is on the charts. Here we go. Bitcoin. So I'm just going to move this across, guys. All right, here we go. So obviously we were looking for a cup and handle here. Didn't eventuate exactly like I planned. Obviously, it doesn't always go to plan, as you can see. Not all traders get it right. That was the optimistic outcome. The pessimistic is the breakdown here. Obviously, with Bitcoin breaking down, what can you do, man? Everything's going to get slaughtered. It doesn't matter how good the meme you're in is. If it's a fucking... if it's a daily runner, it might be okay. But if it's a culture coin like MOG, even that got dumped. So everything gets dumped, guys, when this shit happens. So we're broken down to the golden pocket here. If you're looking to buy discounts, probably not a bad place to buy. If you were buying here and you love the coin, this is probably even better place to buy. I think this continues to move up eventually. But we do need a few things to happen over on Abstract for that to continue to occur. We need the TVL to go up. We need people to continue to become more bullish on Abstract again. We've obviously seen people, go and chase the new shiny thing. What was that? That was pump. So a lot of people moved liquidity off Abstract and went and chased creator coins. Fair play, man. I don't blame you for that. There was action there. You go where the action is. That's what traders do. I can't blame you. You could turn around and go, yeah, but Abstract will pump again. Yeah, but there's something called, what's it called? Now I've gone completely blank on my rant. But opportunity cost, that's the word I'm looking for. So sometimes it's better to move your money, copper, win somewhere else, and then come back. I have kept my feet in the mud. I've stayed put. My thesis is these will move up. We're going to have to suffer in the short term. Anyway, that's Big. Shout out to the people in Big. Great team. Obviously, I am bullish on them to a certain degree. I've got my miners still going, but they're cheap as fuck, so don't read too much into that. Redspa. This is going to hurt looking at this, guys, because I'm balls deep in this coin. Here we go, guys. So this shows you guys the power of TA. Now, I probably drew this line in, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. And as you can see, we are still struggling to break above this overhead resistance, guys. Hit our heads, hit our heads, hit our heads, hit, 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 hit. We're on the daily here, guys. So look how many times we've hit our heads since August. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 days of just fail, 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 fail. So, guys, probably a good buy zone in saying that now that we've broken below the 618, we could see the 786 touched here, guys. So do we wait for lower? I think that's a pretty good buy zone. That's a better buy zone. That's an even greater buy zone. I think Retzpa, I think this is a good meme. I like this meme. This is one of the memes on Abstract I think will over time continue higher. And I think if you're looking to get into the ecosystem on Abstract now and earn obviously with Abstract, guys, for those who are new to the game, Abstract is a new chain that's been dropped or created by Luca, one of the founders of, the owner of Pudgy Penguins, who did that gigantic airdrop for Pengu holders or Pudgy Penguin holders. God, I don't even know when that was. I can't remember the month. Feels like a lifetime ago, guys. Was that even last year? I don't even know when that was. But anyway, dropped what would be the equivalent of 100K to big Pudgy holders. So I'm not fading that dude, man. I think that guy's a fucking god, actually. I think he saved Pudgy Penguins. He bought it for a few million, and that's worth hundreds of millions. So the dude knows how to work. The guy's relentless, and the guy doesn't really fail. And if he fails, he makes it work. So I rate him. I think Abstract's going to be a fucking cook. I think people who faded it they're gonna be angry they faded it. And I guess what I'm saying is, Abstract. If you go over there, go to the Abstract portal. I'll bring that up now. This is what it looks like. Look, here we go. These people who faded it. Hello, guys. They're gonna be angry. That was at 47, guys. So I guess I am down. Anyway, this Abstract portal looks a bit like the iPhone or iTunes store from years ago when it first came out. So it's not the worst in the world, but this is the portal here. So obviously you've got games, sort of gambling games. That's what degenerates mostly like to play. It's got shit coins, meme coins, whatever you like them. You've got live streams there. Craigie boy with a puppet, he's on there. Here's all your games, all the featured games. You can go to trading apps. Obviously, you've got Myriad there, which is the prediction market. Shout out to Farouk and the team over there, Osef and Mando. Shout out to you, legends, obviously channel partners of ours as well through Yeet. You've got social apps on there. You've got gaming. So, guys, they are looking to build a consumer-friendly chain here where people can come in, easily play games without having to sign a million texts and wallet signatures to play a game. The reality is retail's not doing that, guys. Retail's not clicking 1,000 buttons. There's too much friction. So what the team are obviously looking to do over at Abstract is remove friction. Guys, it's going to take time. It's going to take time to remove that friction. It's going to take time to iterate this platform. It's going to take time for the devs to bring all the apps here. I have heard whispers that people got frustrated with Abstract August. My understanding was there was time frame things that were out of the team's hands and delays that couldn't be helped. They were out of their hands. So I understand some people are frustrated about the Abstract team and they haven't been shipping. I think some of the delays were out of their hands, guys. What does that mean? Well, me reading between the lines, I think we had a few teams that had dates they weren't able to stay to or adhere to with drops. Now, I don't know that. I'm not saying I know anything. That's just things people rumored, suspected, etc. None of the team told me that. It's all guesswork, but that's what I heard. So maybe take it easy on the team. Creating a new chain, I imagine, is pretty fucking hard. So I'm going to be kind to them. I'm not going to bust their balls. I just want them to keep shipping. I think they've probably been a bit quiet over the last month. I would like them to pipe up a bit more. But yeah, that's... I don't know anything about running chains, guys, so I'm going to pipe down. Here's the rewards. Anyway, I was saying you come to Abstract, you can sign up, and then the more assets you hold on chain, every week you earn what's called XP. This goes towards your tier, which is here. I'm in the gold tier, looking to hit that platinum tier. I've got what? Where does it say again? I'm totally retarded. Is it like 71,000 till the next XP level? Something like that. I used to think it said that somewhere. Anyway, 71,000, whatever I've got to hit. So, guys, hopefully this week I won't hit 70-something thousand. I didn't buy enough assets to get the pump. I'm probably going to hit 50-something thousand again this week, so I'm probably going to need 1.5 more weeks to hit platinum. Thank God I'm going to hit that, and then I can start to let the trader in me start to trade. But I'm not going to giga dump anything, guys. Don't worry about that. That's not my game. I will trade respectfully. So that's abstract, guys. Obviously, like I said, if you come on here and trade memes, you can buy NFTs. By holding assets on the chain and playing the games, you earn XP each week. We are thinking that this launches probably in Q4, maybe Q1 26, depending on the market. So Luca has said the market will dictate when this launches to a certain degree. So do keep that in mind. I don't think that's a bad thing for him to say at all. I don't think that's a delay tactic. I think that's a strategy tactic. I don't think he's putting things off. I think if the market said it's good to launch now, I think Luca would probably fucking do it. So keep that in mind. I don't think it's a how some chains delay the drops. I don't think that's what's happening here. I think they're delaying it to make sure it's as successful as possible, and I'm happy with that. That's my money he's playing with. So I'm like, Luca, do your fucking thing. I'm not going to bust your balls. So thank you, Luca, for being responsible, and I'm gonna accept the fact that he's probably doing the right thing. All right, let's continue with abstract. Obviously, we saw a massive dump in Poly, guys. Some massive whale, I think, took out 40 grand. Boof, dumped this mother effer. So big. I mean, that's probably a good buy zone, guys. That's disgusting. Back in the golden pocket at the 786, I think that was. It might be the 886 actually. So yeah, shout out to Polly. You got mega newt, but you're probably on the recovery now. Probably not a bad buy zone. Let's check out Newt. Newt got absolutely hammered over the last few months. Still failing to recover. Need to see some volume coming here before I trust any rallies. Gugo. Probably a pretty big dump as well. Obviously, everything's dumping, guys. This isn't a go at abstract. This is every meme across the board. Mog's down 14%. So before you start saying things like, "Oh, abstract memes down 10%," the fuck, well, Mog's down 14%. So it's not the abstract chain that's cooked. It's all memes are cooked. This is what I was drawing the other day to say what I hope would see what happen. Just waiting for that bounce off a fib level. Obviously, it broke below here because Bitcoin is dumping. Sorry, my phone's giga distracting me. That just keeps going off. Broke below the fib level. I'm actually would be a buy of God. I think if you're looking to hold memes to an XP, the stronger ones to hold is probably Redspa, God, Guna, and Cyclops. I'm a fan of. Let's check Guna out. Obviously, I quite like this meme. Dumped hard. So God bless all us holders. I think this is a good buy zone as well. Pretty funny meme. It's a meme that I put up of my Pudgy Penguin. I rate this. Won't talk about it too long, guys. Obviously, I think these are good buy levels across the fucking park. Probably another good buy zone here for Cyclops. Shout out to Cyclops and the team over there. Dith, I'm going to DM you to get you on the show, hopefully this week. Hopefully we can get Dith on the show in the next couple of days so you can talk about what is happening with Gigaverse, which is probably the best game over on Abstract. So they have NFTs and they have a meme coin. Cyclops, he's got a one-eyed cat. So pretty cool lore there. So probably not a bad buy zone, hovering around the 50% zone here. Probably a good buy there, guys. So I don't mind that. Anything else? Uwu. I'll just give you a quick chart. I know you guys are pretty loud. Giga dumped, obviously a big 80% pullback, again typical across memes, so not isolated to Uru. Obviously pretty low volume. We need to see more volume come in and then we might be off to the races. I'm not in this coin. I'm not especially keen to. I'm kind of putting my bets on Redspa, God, and Guna. I don't want to spread myself too thin across meme coins or put too much liquidity in there. I want to hold more Bitcoin, Sol, ETH, and that sort of thing, and then take smaller gambles on these sorts of meme coins. And I figure Redspa, God, and Guna are just about enough for me, guys. I don't want to be in 15 bloody meme coins over there. I don't want to watch too many charts. So piece of advice, don't have too many meme coins open and charts. It's fucking stressful. So I try not to do that. Pingu we did go through, but I'll go through it again since we're here. What the fuck is going on? What the fucking fuck? Oh, well, that's the Pingu chart, guys. Pingu's cooked. We'll go back to it here then. Someone did mention they missed Pingu, so I will quickly have a look at it. Where is it? There we go. So I got in at 29 cents on that dippy dip. We are bouncing here at the 618. I think that's a good buy zone, guys. I bought at 29 cents where it tapped that resistance or support level line. I think that's a good buy. Could we see lower? Yeah, possibly. But I think if we see lower, it'll only be about a 10 to 15% move. So I was quite happy to buy there. If we drop 15%, I'll buy again. and then hope that's the final dip, guys. So there we go. A few charts for you, DGens. Shout out to Lacho for the follow. Thank you very much. Shout out on Abstract. I'll go and check out you guys there, see what the comments are there. Give my voice a rest for 2 seconds. Just go check out my stream on Abstract. Craig, am I farming OpenSea? Yeah, I like it as a hedge. Floppy, there was a big pullout from a few upset whales. Okay. Am I farming OpenSea? Okay, I am to a certain degree. Let's talk about OpenSea. I did have this in my notes, so probably a good pivot there. Guys, bear in mind you can do your chess challenges. So obviously I've got a chest that's a shitty wooden one. I've got to upgrade this ASAP, guys. I've done so badly. I've been linked any of my old wallets. I need to start doing this. I'm going to start farming this. So what do we have to do? Buy which chain? Pick up a minimum 50 from any NFT. Oh, well, let's do it, guys. Let's do it live. So this is how you upgrade your chest. Let's buy a Moonbird. No, I'm kidding. What I like to do is buy I won't say shite NFT, but a cheapest chips one. What I like to buy, guys? I like to buy these Punkisms at $11. Nice and cheap. This is what we do, guys. We buy one. It's probably going to ask me for my fucking... Yep, I knew it would. Let's quickly put in my code, guys. 1 second, please, sirs. Okay. Bob's your uncle. We're in. Oh, we got to buy. Let me just go back into that. So to earn our 250 XP, you've got to buy one of these bad boys. Did that go through? Just reset the... I thought the buy went through. What? The fuck? Let me just check. So to get this 250 XP, obviously I have to buy an NFT. Yeah, I bought it. It's just not showing on OpenSea right now. I did get it. Okay, sweet. Okay, so obviously I bought my NFT. Now what I'm going to do is... It's not there. Why? What the fuck is going on? There we go. It's in my... Now I'm going to list it. I'm just going to list it at floor. In, out, quick in, out, in, out. That's what she said. I'm going to sell it. And then I've earned my 250 XP for the day. Upgrade my chest. And we've listed it. Should be able to go there. There we go. The chest's upgraded to an iron chest. Woohoo, Craigie boy. Craigie boy. So I need to hustle, man. What's the next chest? Iron chest. So this is what we've got here. This is a screenshot. Yeah, cool. We're on. So I'm on an iron chest. Steel, titanium, chromium, topaz. Fuck. I saw Dirty Old Jack just unlocked an amethyst chest, I think. So, guys, this will go towards the OpenSea drop. So the better quality your chest is, I assume the bigger you'll drop. So probably start doing the daily challenges to earn XP and earn some free money, mother effers. I think that's good. Let's just quickly look at NFTs quickly. Obviously, we've had a pretty big drop in price across the board. Ethereum's dumped, so obviously these will dump price-wise. And obviously the first things people sell on a dippy dip is volatile assets like NFTs. Memecoins, NFTs. That's why they pull back so much. So, Pudgy Penguins still down. Shout out to Kix who sold the high at 65 grand live on our show. You sold the local top, my bro. Well done to you, Big Daddy Kicks. Shout out to you in the show. Also, shout out to those guys. Sorry, shout out to Easy Eats for your donation to cancer, bro. I thought that was pretty cool. So shout out to the crypto community getting behind that. That warmed my heart, guys. I thought that was super cool. I know that sounds cheesy, but I love seeing just people rally behind people. I think humans are awesome, and it's nice to see humans show that we are awesome. So my theories are correct. We are fucking awesome. So shout out to you guys. Pudgy Penguins on a bit of a dip. Little Pudgy's down to 5 grand. I am on USD, guys. I find it better than looking at Ethereum because I'm a trader. So I buy and sell in USD because that's where my profits are. So I like to look at that. It's a bit more honest. I think you can trick yourself in Ethereum because you could sell it for 1 ETH more, but ETH could be down. You could actually lose money, and you're tricking yourself. You're fooling yourself. So I think it's better to look in USD. Moonbird Mythic's down from 200 bit grand. Oof. So look, long story short, NFTs are down across the market, mainly because everything's pulling back. Obviously, not everything's down. Little bangers. This is fucking pump, man. I showed this on stream last week at about, was it $60? Yeah, $50 last week, and this just continues to move. What's the go with this, guys? What is this? Who dropped this? What is it? Like, the fuck is this? If anyone knows, feel free to tell me, because I don't know what the hell their collection is. Maybe I'm an old man, I'm a bit behind the times, but it's certainly pumped. Gloom, don't know what that is. So more random stuff. Obviously, the OpenSea stuff pumping a bit, probably because of rumors about the C coin that's going to come out later in the year. Obviously, MetaMask announced they might do a drop coming sooner than we think. So shout out to them. Hopefully, we all get a nice fat stimmy for that. So yeah, NFTs down across the board. Something else I wanted to show you guys. Here we go. Koreans doing live perp trading like esports. Guys, this is pretty cool. We're starting to see things like esports competitions come to trading. I love this, man. I think this is cool. And we're going to see this become more and more and more common. And I think you're going to see more and more people start to get off or enjoy the spectacle of trading and the rush you get with when money's involved. Brings out a whole bunch of new emotions, doesn't it? So I think this is bullish for crypto, guys, because once people start to play around with futures and that, or perps, we're going to get all sorts of degenerate gamblers coming across. So yeah, shout out to the Koreans for leading the charge there. Here we go. We've got a bit of announcement from Moonbirds and Anish Games. I don't know how to say that word. You now can get a soulbound token. A claim is available for Moonbird. So a soulbound token is now available to claim, marking the Anarchies and Moonbird partnership. So Moonbirds are eligible oddities, Charlotte oddities, mythics, Charlotte mythics, Eternals, and active. Have you said a fucking word? Snapshot was taken September 19th, so no point buying a Moonbird now to claim. I'm assuming it's a snapshot for the wallet. Fuck, I've got all my Moonbirds in the same wallet. Fuck. Just be careful with your claim, guys. Make sure you go to the Moonbirds account and make sure you're following the proper links, guys. Please be careful with that. Be very careful when you claim shit, guys. That's how you get fucking drained. So I'm always careful on claims. I'm very hesitant. So I'd possibly, if they took a snapshot of the wallet, move your assets out first, then go and claim. So if it's a sketchy site, your assets aren't there and they're safe. There's a little tip for you guys if you're new to this sort of scam or NFT. I've had NFTs drained. I remember in the 21 bull run or in 22, I had my doggo drained. The Bored Ape doggos, fucking 9 ETH. So guys, it was the most sickening feeling I've ever had, losing 30,000 Australian dollars or 20,000. It fucking hurt, man. Please don't let that be you. I once thought it'd never be me, and it was. So be careful with the assets. They can easily get drained. And it was a moment of weakness. It was an official account of X got hacked. They posted a mint, and it was a drainer. And I followed the official. So even when you follow the official accounts, you can still get drained if they've been hacked. So move your assets out and then claim is my advice. Here we go. I wanted to share this, guys, maybe to finish off, maybe close to finishing off. Saigar on Abstract, one of the Abstract founders, put out a post addressing Memecoins. So I'll read this out for you guys quickly. Right. Let's rock and roll. Make that a bit bigger for you guys. Probably should have done this a bit earlier in the stream. Abstract is changing its policy regarding the handling of tokens on the chain. It's relatively easy for us to curate the apps listed on the Abstract portal because we work closely with each team and know exactly what product they're releasing to users. Tokens, however, are much more subjective in nature and can often have large amounts of holders that span many different groups. Therefore, we've decided to take a much more hands-off approach moving forward. Love that. Tokens will be verified on the basis of objective metrics that we can validate on chain. Love that take, dude. Love that take. I think this is the way to move forward. Decentralization is the way forward. But I think it's good that they're keeping the portal centralized with the apps to protect users. And I think users just need to know to trade with caution with memes. Where are we? Abstract team members will no longer comment on specific tokens or their respective teams on any platform. Love that as well. And this is where I was saying I think we just have to be patient with the team and let them mature with the chain. It made sense to be hands-on with tokens early on. I agree. But the abstract token ecosystem has now grown large enough to self-regulate itself. I'm excited to see this next phase of token growth take off on the abstract, driven by the community. Totally agree. Perfect move. I like this. Guys, what do you think? Let me know what you think. Is this a good thing that they're keeping the apps centralized and the meme coins decentralized? Do you like that? Sorry, guys, bit of a cough still kicking in. So definitely, guys, comment below. Tell me if you like that. Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Personally, I like the fact the apps are centralized. It keeps the users safe when they're just playing things like games, because sometimes the average punter is going to come to this portal, want to play a game, and not going to understand the risks of simply playing a game. Whereas meme coins, I think there's a certain level of understanding that they are able to be made by any Joe Blogs, whatever that saying is. So I think it's okay, but man, smash me in the comments. If you guys disagree, absolutely no problem. Would love to get your thoughts on that. No problemo. Let me just have a look at my notes, guys, see if there's anything else I wanted to run through. That's pretty much it, guys. We had the Bitcoin dump to 111,000. We had the fear and greed hitting fear. We had massive liquidations across the board, hitting 1.6 billion of liquidations. Often can mark a bottom in the market. The long-short ratio is a bit out of whack at the moment with 5%, favoring the shorts. Again, can point to we are seeing a bottom, and we could see a snap back with short starting to get liquidated. Obviously, people are theorizing we might get some Bitcoin news on Tuesday. So there is that. Obviously, Korea is doing live trading with esports. Ultra memes dumped, so there could be some opportunities to buy there. NFTs pulled back. There are some buy opportunities there. Abstract team has changed the way they handle meme coins, so I am bullish on that. Obviously, I'm going to continue to farm Abstract, continue to farm the OpenSea chest rewards. And if you do have a Moonbird, do be aware you can go claim your Soulbound token. Obviously, I would suggest moving an asset out before you do that so you don't put your precious NFTs at risk. Chat, I'm just going to see if there's anything else coming through from you guys. Not much comments today. That's cool. We got a lot of you viewers here. We got almost 200 people watching me. We've got almost 100 people watching on GC Crypto. Don't know how many on Kick, but shout out to you guys watching us on Kick. Big love to you. Maybe I'll just go check out Kick. I never actually look at it when we're streaming. I probably should start to, but I think the comments actually do come through. Oh, I'm going to mute this. Sorry, guys. 1 sec. I just wanted to see my channel going there. Where is it? Oh, there we go. Oh, Lucha, you're coming through there. What's up? Okay. Yeah, I got you. Okay. We are live on Kick. I wonder if I can see how many people. Where can I see my viewers? Sorry, guys, I'm a retarded Kick site. Oh, 2 viewers. Not very good today, is it, guys? Anywho, guys, that's the market today. That's what I'm seeing. We've just hit an hour, so I think we'll probably call it a day there. Obviously, I will be back probably with Eli tomorrow. It is Abstract XP Day. Shout out to those who celebrate Abstract XP Day. So we will be streaming live together probably tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to go over how we went with Abstract XP. So we'll be back tomorrow. Once again, guys, shout out to, let me bring them up. Massive shout out to our channel sponsors. I'm just going to bring them up. Big shout out to Stu, who's probably listening today, one of the team over there from OKX. Here we go. Here is our beautiful channel partner here, OKX Australia. Obviously a nice, easy platform, guys, to trade on. Greeny and I both use this myself. Obviously, they've just launched a self-managed super fund that's gone live here in Australia. So go check that out. That has launched live, as in maybe a couple of days ago. We did have the head talking to Sky News last week about it, head of OKX. So pretty bullish news there that OKX is starting to move in those sorts of markets. But super easy platform to use, guys. One of the best things about having an exchange or a platform like this is you're able to set buy and sell limits, guys. What I mean by that is obviously it's pretty hard to catch assets when they knife down. One of the best ways to do it is be on an exchange, set a buy order for a nice, they call it stink bids or whatever, so you can catch that knife, and obviously you can sell on pumps as well. It makes trading a lot easier. What I mean by that is you don't have to be watching these charts live to buy and sell. You can just set your buy limit, set your sell limit, walk away, and let the market come to you. So again, shout out to OKX. Big fans of theirs, haven't been hacked. A super secure wallet and platform. I'm a big fan, guys. So if you are wanting a place where you can trade, spot, cryptos, I think they're fantastic. Reed and I both think they're fantastic. That's why we partnered with them. We are very fussy with who we did this with. So shout out to them. I'm going to post the link there. Guys, if you join up with that link there, when you do a bit of volume there, you'll get $75 worth of Bitcoin for free. So think about that, what that could be worth in 2030. Could be worth $1,000 for free. So who knows? But obviously 10 C's apply. You do have to do a little bit of volume over there to get that $75. But that is a pretty good little bit of free Bitcoin for those who want to trade over there. So shout out again to OKX. Like I said, super easy platform to use. The link's in the description. Spot trading, if that's your thing, go over there. And if it's not your thing, perhaps get into it. It's what I do. It's how I've made a little bit of my money. And if you follow the channel, hopefully we can help to entertain you as well as educate you on how best to navigate this market. So shout out to OKX. Beautiful shirts as well. So shout out to Stu, shout out to the team over there. Big love to you guys. And last but not least, shout out to Yeet. We'll be giving away another $1,000 come my Friday, your Thursday in the States. So once again, I will pop that link in the stream. How do you win that $1,000? Well, what you do is you follow this link. You join up under their name or under our name. You do a little bit of trading, do a little bit of volume, and then we will pick some winners on Friday, Thursday, Friday. I will pick the parameters for that later in the week, but we'll do some draws for the whales. We'll do some for the low volume traders as well. So keep that in mind, guys. Guys, I will probably leave it there. You guys have been great to have a lot of people pull up. We've got probably over 500 people listening today over all the different platforms. So that is great to see. Like I said, we will be back tomorrow. Eli and I discussing Abstract XP. So, guys, without further ado, big love. Thank you so much for pulling up today. And I will see you on the next episode of GC Crypto. Big love, guys.